Chicken attack, chicken attack.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chicken here. Today we will find out some information about tourism, specifically the type of guests and some of the development history that you need to notice. So first about the type of guests. There are three types that I can see: tourists, travelers, and visitors. So do you remember about the tourism definition, right? So the tourists and the travelers have the definition like the tourism. It says a person traveling outside his or her usual environment less than a specified period of time, and whose main purpose of travel is other than the exercise of an activity remunerated from the place visited. It could be many types of tourism that I have just discussed in the previous topic about types of tourism and forms of tourism. Traveling outside his or her usual environment, no more than one consecutive year. So that is tourists and travelers. About a visitor is someone who visits someone else, someone that's staying as a guest. So tourists and travelers have the same definitions, but people say that it has different characteristics. Being a tourist is kind of a passive, and being travelers is more active in traveling. What I mean here is tourists, they do not make any efforts to immerse themselves into the local culture. They just come and travel to a place for their own purpose. For example, they come to Côn Đảo Island or Phú Quốc Island in Vietnam, which is a very famous island, very famous tourism destination in Vietnam. They come there to stay in a 5-star resort, enjoy the beach, enjoy the cocktail, enjoy the sunset, and that's it. That is being a tourist. However, if they are travelers, besides staying in the 5-star resort, they come to the local culture, find out how the locals make fish sauce, which is a very traditional and famous sauce in Vietnam. How the local make fish sauce, they make an effort to have the chance to immerse themselves in the local culture. They do more homework. They search for a lot of information, ask contracts, maybe learn a little bit of language. Being a traveler is everything is focused on enjoying every minute of the trip, living genuine experience. It makes your trip become the most valuable. For me, I'm a total traveler. Before traveling to any destinations, I find information about it. I found about the local people. 3 months ago, I traveled to China and have studied some sentences in Chinese, trying to talk with local people. It's kind of embarrassing, I think, because it takes like me a half of hour to talk with locals in around 4 sentences. My language, my speaking of Chinese is not too good, and they are confused. And most of them Chinese, fun fact, most of the Chinese do not know English. Great, right? It's rare to see Chinese people talking English. Even in hotels, in 4 or 5-star hotels and resorts, it's seldom to see anybody speaking language English like me, in the level of me. So that is the type of guests. For the tourism development history, we'll discuss some of the basic moments of the history. So I just generalize it, okay? Firstly, scientists have found that tourism has been existed 2 millennia ago. For example, Romans had the seaside resorts, spa destinations, attraction, as well as accommodation facilities. It evolved through time with some highlights innovation from Grand Tour and Thomas Cook until the development of mass tourism and alternative tourism. So I will identify for you the mass tourism and alternative tourism. Mass tourism occurs in the past decades due to the significant rise of middle class and overall rapid development of transportation and lodging industry. Lodging industry could be said hotels, resorts, accommodations. The mass tourism, the word mass is mean enormous. So the tourism development that in the past decades developed very fast. Many tourism destinations appears and tourism industry become a very top big industry in that decades. It brings enormous benefits, but besides there are potential disadvantages like over tourism or the concept of tourism that hurt the local culture. But that will be another topic for another video. About the alternative tourism. It does not have any particular definitions, but it refers to an alternate form of tourism that helped mass tourism become more sustainable, more beneficial to the economy, to the society, and limit the negative impact of the mass tourism, the both potential disadvantage that I have told you. And tourism is now still developing very fast with new creation, new ideas applied into this industry. For example, the concept of e-tourism. People usually when they choose a hotels or resorts to stay, they come to a booking website, see the reviews, and also book that hotel online. That is e-tourism. And space tourism is like we travel to space. Those concepts I will discuss in another video, also in this week topic, tourism. So keep up the updates. And that's it. That's it for today. Thank you for your listening and see you next time. Remember to like and press the button subscribe below to update new videos. If you think this video is not good or need improvements or some information is wrong, tell me at the comment below so I could improve it. Thank you and have a nice week. See you next time.